Alright, if I'm distracted during this Friday reads, it's because there's kittens. Actually, here's a clip of the kittens right now. Just so we're clear, this is what I'm trying to film around right now. This adorable climbing mistress and this adorable Fuzz, and they're gonna fight, and they're gonna play with their toys, and they're adorable, and I love them, but we're gonna try and talk about books. Right, guys? We're gonna try and talk about books. Okay. Oh, nope. Why are we attacking? Kieran. Alright, welcome to a Friday Reads. We're talking about what I read, what I'm reading, what I hope to get to next, and this week we got the kittens. It is, of all the life decisions I've been making lately, this is the best one. And I'm sorry if the lighting is not up to par. I've really stripped down my filming setup because this is their room now, so I just have a ring light and my phone stand. Normally I have a box light too, which like brings in more light, and I'm like, the sun is setting, so like the natural light situation's weird. I'm sure this is manageable, and I will show you the kittens at the end of the video because they're so cute. And right now she's playing on her jungle gym and it's very cute. All right, what have I read? What am I reading? I actually have some surprising things to talk about. Oh, Kieran, do you want to say hi? This is going to be a chaotic video. I'm just going to warn you now, because here's Kieran. Kieran is named after the main character in Rune of Kings, or one of the main characters. He has these beautiful eyes, his beautiful little face. He does not want to be held right now, but he's a big purring monster, and he loves to cuddle, and he loves to play. Right now he wants this ball, but I've removed it because it makes much noise. So, and he's looking for it in the little spin contraption. It's so cute. Donna, like I said, she's over that way. If she comes closer, I'll pick her up. But Kieran is technically my boy, and Donna is Ryan's girl. So cute. So I have finished Our Share of Night. I did that. That was really good. I will advise anyone who goes into it, don't think about it as like a long book, although I still would read it in short succession. Like I would still read it in the time frame in which you normally read a complete story. I would think of it as 6 interconnected novellas. Also, sorry if you're hearing those sirens. It's just one of those days. But we are powering through. But Our Share of Night, basically, I would say there's 6 parts in this 700-some page book. And some are a tiny bit shorter. Like, I think the short ones are like 50 pages. But for the most part, these are novella-length chunks, and they each follow different character perspectives. So I think you can really think of it that way, and you're even jumping in time in sort of a non-linear way. Like we start at a time point, then we go back in time, and then we continue the story thread, and then we go back in time again. And then we jump forward, and then we jump back to forward. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's better to think of it that way, and it's like this really haunting mini-series, if you think of it that way, where it's like, you know, if you were watching a mini-series of this and it was 6 episodes and each episode was like an hour and a half long, that's how I would approach this reading experience. I don't think it's perfect, but it's exactly what I want from this type of haunting occult reading experience, and exactly what I'm always looking for when I want to read genre fiction from other countries. Like, this really hit the fall vibes for me, and it was so obviously Argentinian, but also had a lot of things that were familiar and spooky to me. I learned things, but I also was creeped out by things. It's also like one of those long books that I think pays off. Like, it was probably technically too long, but I was fine with it. I trusted the project. I was good with it. I think the ending was the only way it could end. And maybe there were some parts where it overstayed its welcome just a smidge. But overall, like, if you like things like, I don't know, Stranger Things or some like Stephen King-esque stuff, like, it's not like gripping like Stranger Things in terms of like, oh, I have to watch each episode afterwards. But in terms of like, you have kids who don't know what's happening around them. That's like one of the tropes in this. You have occult vibes. And I just loved how much you got to learn while everything still had that air of mystery. It's like not like you got all the answers. So I really recommend that, especially for Latinx Heritage Month. If you're looking for a read for spooky season, I recommend the audiobook. Also great. I immersion read it, audioed it, physically read it. I loved it in all of its forms. I'm really curious to hear Ryan's thoughts. He's currently liking it. He does like this type of horror a smidge more than me, so I'm not surprised. And I'm just really excited to talk to him and more people in the Discord as people have thoughts. It's a good time. So that's the thing I finished. Oh, are they under the couch now? Sometimes I just look around. I'm just like, where did they go? Here's a mouse, guys. They also have like a whole palace of boxes in this room now too. They're adorable. I am also in the middle of, you're not ready for this, I don't think. I think it's called Realm of Ash? Empire of Sand. It's Empire of Sand by Tasha Sori. Now, I have mixed thoughts. have surprisingly mixed thoughts. If you don't know, I adore the Jasmine Throne and the Oleander Sword. I bought special Illumicrate editions, and if you know my opinions on UK hardbacks, you know how hard that was for me because they don't open. It annoys me, but the spines are pretty, and the US does not have a hardback version. And I've read the Jasmine Throne twice, Oleander Sword once, and I love those books. I'm immediately immersed, connected, swept away. Which is like everything you want from a reading experience, right? When it comes, you're sneezing because you got into the dust. I don't know if you guys heard that very cute cat sneeze, but even though I swept and I vacuumed before they came in here, they find the dirt, of course. But when I started Empire of Sand, which is the debut by Tasha Suri, but I know so many people who love this book. But it was fascinating because one of my friends, Jocelyn, she loves Empire of Sand, all-time favorite for her, and struggles with the Jasmine Throne. And I mean, having not read Empire of Sand, I was confused about it a little bit. But now having read it, I'm like, oh yeah, these are different. These are different, and they're not different bad, but they're different as in, if you're expecting one thing, you're getting something else. And it's not necessarily in the pieces parts. It's in how character work is being portrayed, how scenes are being set. And I am having a massive disconnect and caring about Empire of Sand. I'm 67% of the way through. I am seriously considering DNFing it because I'm just like, I don't care, and it sucks, and I really should. There's a lot going for me here that I should care about, but I think part of it is like the way that this character work is being executed, the way the setting is being set. I'm not swept away. I'm not immersed, and the tropes are not enough to carry me through. And the character interactions are good, but too few and far between, and I think I'm just not, as much as I love Priya, Malini, Bhumika, I do not really care for Meher. I just don't. And, I kind of care for Amun. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's not our main perspective. Kieran, what are you doing down there? He found his strawberry. He has his cute little strawberry. Does it have a face on it? It does, little face. Kieran, you're under the bookshelf. You're under the bookshelf. Oh, God. Come out. Come out, mister. He's so friendly. Oh, God. Come out. Oh, you're purring? Are you purring like a storm? Whoa. He back. Look at his face. If he was a girl, his name would have been Aloy. But he's Kieran instead. I had on the short list Vargo, but I don't think he looked like a Vargo, so I truly couldn't do it. If I had gotten a black cat, I thought about naming it Vargo, because some of the black cats had, tuxedo fur, and I'm like, oh, that's very suave, very fashionable. Anyways, and Ryan's tuxedo cat is Donna, short for Donkey from Shrek. I'll explain in a minute. But back to Empire of Sand, because obviously keeping on message this video is not my strong suit, as I'm surrounded by extreme levels of cuteness. I don't know if I'll DNF it or not. I think right now I don't currently have another audiobook, and I like having audiobooks for when I'm driving to work this week, because I drive to work 3 times a week. But I don't think I'm going to give it any more of my physical reading time. I think I'm past the point with that, and if I want to listen to a podcast or music instead of the book, or if I want to try a different book, I might do that. Feel free to tell me in the comments what you think, but yeah, 67% of the way through. I was struggling at the first 30, but I figured that was the setup of the conceit of the situation, and that I would get more on board once our main 2 characters got to interact, but that really hasn't happened. And I just, I think our villain is a little too mustache twirly for me, and nothing else is panning out. And it's one of those scenarios that I can always tell, oh, he's in my lap, he's attacking my hair. Oh, no. Mister. Anyways, he's back on my lap. Are you gonna lay down? Oh, no, my arm is not a toy. We have to teach them that we are not toys. But it kind of works because they have each other, so they kind of learn what pain is. Oh, why are you... Donna's gonna get in trouble. Anyways, so I might DNF that. And now what to read next? Oh, isn't that the $5 million question? I don't know. I thought about Jawbone, which I do have a copy of somewhere over here. It's behind me. It's a Jawbone, because Latinx Heritage Bunch, horror, literary, but I think I need more brain cells than I currently have for it based off the first couple pages I tried to read on the bus, so I don't think that's going to happen. I might try T. Kingfisher. I've got the newest one. I got Thornhead. That seems really fun. Whoops. You guys couldn't see that, but Kieran did the classic kitten roll off of me, and oh gosh, he's so cute. Attacking my hair again. You can, no, this is not a toy. This is not a toy. This is not for you. No, it's not. No, it's not. My hair is not a toy. So I might read the T. Kingfisher. I might try Blood Over Brighthaven if my brain can do it. You can occasionally see him trying to jump up onto my chest to get to my hair. He is a rapscallion. Here, you can be on my shoulder if you want. You're gonna fall? Oh gosh, you're purring so loud. This is my boy. It's my little boy. I haven't had a boy kitty in a long time. Like, I have Putao, but he was the family cat. Oh, my last boy cat. No teeth. Have your strawberry instead. Was when I was a kid, and his name was Tigger, and he was very fat and awesome, and I loved him. A tabby as well, because I must always have a tabby. So I don't know if I'm feeling a Tegan Fisher. I don't know if I need to go find another contemporary romance, because, I think right now, because I'm surrounded by kittens, and because I've gotten good news today, I look and sound better than where my mental health has been, which has not been good. The kittens are a godsend, truly, honestly. It's just, hopefully, this time next week, a huge stressor is off my shoulders. So, yeah, hopefully that. So I think Blood Over Brighthaven, I could find that being intriguing. I also took out Theft of Swords from the library because there was the audio and the ebook, so that's a potential. And I've been looking at my shelves. I haven't decided, should I try Bitter Medicine? Would that work? Should I try and switch to short stories? Pick up the Sarah Pinsker's Lost Places. I don't know. So that's kind of where my brain's been at. It's either obsessed with kittens, so like, how do you focus on anything? And like, the camera's moving right now because he's being adorable playing right next to it, so sorry for the production quality. But I will say that I should show you Donna before we go. She's a little more shy. She's a little princess. Donna. Oh, come here, miss. Opa. Okay, so this is Donna. She's a little prima donna. You can't really see her face because, it's all black, but she's got these beautiful whiskers. She's a little more shy, but she's still very, personable. This is Ryan's cat. And so Ryan picked her because she was the cat who was the least likely to be fussed about anything. And we found out she was a girl. When we picked her up, she, went into the carrier right away, cleaned herself, laid down, took a nap before we left the barn. She's definitely opened up a bit more since we've been here, been playing more often and less skittish. But originally when we picked our cats, we just picked pictures, and Ryan decided when he was on a trip with his friends, he was going to name a cat Donkey from Shrek, that entire title, which if you haven't watched Shrek, go watch Shrek. I think it holds up, but it's the character that Eddie Murphy voices in Shrek is Donkey. And then we met her, and he was still going to maybe name her Donkey. I'm like, I don't care. That sounds great. And then she yelled the entire hour home. So then he was like, she's a prima donna. I want to name her Donna. And I thought he was going to name her Donna because Donna's kind of short for donkey. And so it's both. So we call her both kind of interchangeably, depending on if she's being a dum-dum or if she's being a princess. So those are the two of them. Oh, there goes the camera. But yeah, if you're a patron, you're going to be seeing a bunch of content with them because that's all I do is I just throw pictures in there and updates and things like that. Oh my god, he's just so adorable. He loves snuggling in my lap. I have no words. Although he's about to bite his own tail, like the dum-dum he can be. But Kieran's a sweetie. Aren't you? Aren't you a sweetie? Kisses? Good job. Mwah. He already knows kisses, which normally takes him a little bit longer to learn. Oh gosh. Well, I'm going to end this before it goes a little wild. Let me know what you're reading, doing, watching, what you think I should read next, because I'm very open. I mean, by the time you're seeing this, I've obviously picked something, but I'll need something to do over the weekend. And lately, I've been actually really liking trying to consume a piece of media a weekend. So 2 weekends ago, I read the Allie Hazelwood book. And then this past weekend, I watched Queen Charlotte. It's a Bridgerton miniseries. I like Bridgerton. I don't talk about it a lot, but it's got... Shonda has me in a chokehold when it comes to her shows. I love a good Shonda Rhimes show. They just are paced very well for me. She knows how long an episode should be. She knows how to make me want to click on the next episode. That has been the case since Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. Yeah, she's got me. And I'd been saving Queen Charlotte until I was in a bad place, which I have been. So I was... Kieran, stop with the tripod. And so I decided... all right, I'm going to watch it. Ryan was at a party or something. I'm going to put on an episode, and if, I'm not vibing with it, I'll go to something else. And I watched 5 of the episodes Saturday night and 1 on Sunday. And I don't know if it's really a romance like the other Bridgerton shows are romances, which is probably why it's only 6 episodes. I actually really like it because of the character, Queen Charlotte. I really love both the older and younger actresses and how they really captured each other's mannerisms and cadences. Ugh, great. Obviously, I'm consuming this as, a very fictitious piece of art, and, there's a lot of discourse about this author and things she has said and how she profits off this art, and I'm very anti the fact that she could basically say, black characters can't have happily ever afters in her historical romances, but then is making money because she has an amazing creative team taking her works and adapting them for TV and making them a million times better than they are in print, in my opinion. Not that I've read them, but I've heard some things. So, yeah. So I liked it. And so that being said, maybe I need a romance. Why are you biting me? A romance or something for this weekend coming up, especially because it's just been a time, guys. But I'm at least enjoying what I'm reading. I actually still have reading time because of my commute. And these kittens are freaking adorable. I might get to Jane the Virgin again, because I want to be in this room a lot. I'll probably want something on the TV, so either Smallville or Jane the Virgin, because that was a thing that happened when I was watching Queen Charlotte, not Good Charlotte, that's the band. Because it's like, man, I never finished season 4 of Jane the Virgin, because. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, because my cat is forming bad habits by attacking me while I'm paying attention to you, and not him. So, if you want to just leave an emoji to let me know you're here, well, leave 2 cat emojis, because we've had 2 beautiful little fuzzes. Isn't that right, Donna? Aren't you a precious one? She is a princess. Oh, good job, Kieran. Good jump. They keep acting like they can't use the big litter box because they're too small, but they can jump on the futon, no problem. Just barrel through. Otherwise, all right. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.